Hello everyone, how you going and welcome back to NonononoYes, the place that just keeps you on the edge of your seat because no one is ever able to tell where these posts are going to go. Sometimes, well, I guess obviously they're always going to end in a yes, but really they can just take you on a complete roller coaster in order to get there. But anyway, let's jump straight into it and see exactly what I'm talking about. So then starting right off with trampolining. Oh no, I've definitely seen this video before, regardless of whether it's this video exactly or one just like it, but no, there's 7 backflips in a row. It is insane. I mean, it is definitely good to see that they had someone on crash mat duty, but really if he'd landed on his neck, I mean, I don't understand how he was even still able to do this, considering I can only imagine it would have taken a whole bunch of practices and it certainly would have landed on his neck at some point. But I just can't see how anyone can actually commit to this and not be thinking of their poor neck if they stuff it up. I mean, hey, I guess like I said, you just kind of work your way up. You go from 1 to 3 to 5 and then just end all the way up at 7, and it was really just insane. I don't really know what the maximum amount of backflips anyone has ever done. I mean, I'm sure there has to be some kind of Guinness Book of World Records record for most backflips done off a single trampoline jump, because even though I have seen a few other videos exactly like this, I don't know if anyone's ever cracked 7, and so really maybe this guy does hold the record. But no, it would have been such a moment for everyone involved. You know, you can see how many people have been involved in this entire process, from the filming to the bouncing to even just the main man himself doing the flips. You've got at least 10 people there, if not 15, maybe just all involved in this entire thing, just absolutely cheering you on, and so the adrenaline rush would be absolutely insane. And to be honest, even though from our perspective it is definitely no, yes, because we're just going, oh, sitting on the edge of our seats going, what's going to happen here? Really, I feel as though for that guy, he just wouldn't have known that he was going to land it from the get-go. You know, I just feel as though when you commit that hard to doing something, and like I said, you would have obviously been doing a whole bunch of training to work your way up to that, but you would just know that you've got it and nailed it, and it would just make you hold that tuck even tighter just to keep that rotation going and just go, yes, I've finally done it. So yeah, what can I say? Even though it is incredibly dangerous and really not really recommended that you kind of be bouncing people around like that, because trampolines are just deadly things on their own, but hey, what can I say? At the same time, you just have to give props to this guy because he has put his heart and soul into that trick and he just nailed it. Alright then, well, that one didn't want to load, so I guess we'll just be moving on to bird protecting its nest. Oh no, geez, I can only imagine this is some kind of tractor, but just look how close it is. It is going, no, you are not getting anywhere near me. Oh no, wait a second. Oh, okay, the farmer has actually realized, but look at that. Obviously the machinery is some kind of grader, but look at that. The bird is just not leaving its nest no matter what's happening. Just putting its body on the line just because it's going, no, I'm not leaving my post. If it means, well, I guess that'll be the end of me. I mean, I must say, because this sub does end with a yes, then it really just does take a little bit of the edge in terms of how frightening posts can be, because you just know that somehow, somewhere or another, it's just going to end in a good way. But like I said, it can really be a roller coaster that just gives you an absolute stomach churner up until the point where you actually finally get the yes. And this one is definitely no different. I mean, I must say, I don't really understand why the tractor driver had to go so close to the actual eggs with the wheel. I mean, perhaps he didn't really notice until after the wheel was gone. He actually just kind of looked out of his rear glass and just saw that he had to lift up his grader or whatever it is. But really, I just don't understand why he drove so close if he actually did notice it. Because I feel as though even if you do know the exact dimensions of your tractor and just know, okay, the wheel is actually going to clear it, just surely give the bird a little bit more breathing room. For goodness sake, you can see how kind of freaked out it is. And so surely you just do a little bit of a turn away from it, if nothing else. But hey, I mean, I guess in the end, it did all work out just fine. And hopefully this bird and their eggs were able to be relocated to somewhere just a little bit safer and definitely just away from any machinery, because there is no reason for it to be anywhere near there. But actually, thinking about it, I don't really understand why the camera is even there in the first place, because surely if someone put a camera down there, they would definitely know it was there, and so then the tractor driver would know it was there. So it almost feels as though it's a little bit of a setup situation at the bird's expense. I mean, obviously, like we said, it does turn out all right in the end, but I just don't really know if that was worth it, if it was actually a setup. Horsepower gave out. What are we gonna have here? Whoa, that is some serious mudfest that they're going in. Whoa, my goodness. Wow, they're literally just holding on. Oh my goodness, I guess they're trying to stop him from rolling back. Let's look at everyone just kind of coming back in. Don't let go, my man. Don't let go. Here we go. We'll save you. Don't worry about it. Surely it is going to take more than one guy to be able to flip that back over. And I feel as though even though it is definitely not the right place to be, you definitely have to be on the front of the nose to be able to do that. Look at that. Yeah. With a little bit of reverse and a little bit of help, that thing just tipped right back over. But no, I'm just so confused about the entire thing. Are they just kind of riding a quad bike down a river, or why is there so much water that they're driving through? Or really, it's not even water. It's more just mud, if anything else. But no, I just love the fact that they just sit there for, I don't even know, what, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, just hanging off the handlebars. That is pretty incredible. He does not let go. Like the lady says, she does not let go. But honestly, I'm pretty surprised that that thing is still running. And, you know, like, where the hell is its air intake and how high is it? Because look how high the water is, and I would have to be above that somehow. And to be honest, I don't really see how it can be, considering virtually the entire bike is underwater at that point. And so even though it is an impressive recovery on everyone's behalf, really, I'm just more impressed about it and want to know what that bike is, because that thing just seems as though it's fully submersible, which is, well, kind of unheard of in terms of the engine department. But no, this one is kind of just a yes, no for a very long time. Like I said, 40 seconds or so, and then finally just a yes at the end when it's fully recovered. I mean, like I said, even though I can understand it is probably a whole bunch of fun just kind of riding through water like that, I just don't understand how they've even got into this position in the first place. And honestly, I wish the video kind of continued a little bit longer, because it looks as though it's just about to kind of drive into the ocean. So in saying that, I certainly don't know if I can kind of recommend this as something to be doing, because really, if it didn't turn out as a guess and he did kind of flip over, then it's just, oh, it's not a good kind of injury to kind of be sustaining. And there are certainly a reason that quad bikes are considered to be so dangerous by so many people. But look, I do have to give props to everyone in this entire clip because it was definitely handled with expertise just in terms of going, okay, just now taking it into reverse and kind of pulling down on the nose and everything. And because I feel as though if they didn't do that, it probably wouldn't have turned out as a yes at the end. Didn't even flinch. Oh no, that definitely looks like a bull riding ring. Oh, what are we gonna have here? We're gonna have like a bull in a china shop. Obviously these guys, oh my goodness, that person, like the title said, didn't even flinch. That is insanity. This is some kind of challenge or competition that I have no idea about because that is just the most insane thing I think I've ever seen. How the hell is this even a sport? But more so, how the hell did that person not even flinch? Did they just kind of shut their eyes and hope, or what the hell? Because that could have ended up so badly. Like we just saw that bull completely destroy that barrel, and really, if that was your head, well, there would be no surviving that. And so I just can't understand how anyone actually agrees to go into that circle. It's just insane. I'm just kind of speechless about the entire thing. It is actually sending chills down my spine because I don't understand how anyone can be okay with that. And really, like the title said, and like I've said, and like everyone I'm sure said, he didn't even flinch. So yeah, the only real reason that I can ever think anyone would agree to do this is just for a whole massive lump sum of money, because really, why else would you do it? I mean, I guess if your life is already on the line and you want to kind of take this chance, and I guess that is also another reason, but I just don't understand how anyone can even think that this is a good idea, let alone do it, let alone actually get in the ring and not flinch. Honestly, I just can't get over that fact, and I just can't understand how this isn't higher on the month, because it just looks like it's going to be a certain no all the way through, and then all of a sudden, you know, you just go, wait, hang on a second, that's a yes. And honestly, even though it looks as though he just kind of puts his head down and just closes his eyes, and I don't even know what he did, but really, I just wish we had his perspective of the entire thing and just see this bull just kind of going over your head, because I would be fairly confident in saying that no one has ever had that view of a bull from that close up and lived to tell the tale. So yeah, this guy is just insane. I just don't understand how this isn't higher or no. Yes, I mean, maybe a whole bunch of people that were watching you just kind of close their eyes and so they didn't see what happened, but really, just what is going to be in store if this is this low? Yes! We're going to have some kind of magic trick. What are we going to have? Oh, yes, yeah, oh, I can see where the title's coming into. Yes, look at everyone's just screaming, yes, man, he's still going. What the hell is going on here? You trying to catch the cup? Well, there we go, finally managed it. After, I don't know what, like 20 or so, just keeping up. Look at that, just bouncing the plastic cup. I mean, hey, at least being plastic, they're pretty good at actually being able to do that. But man, just everyone's reaction the entire time and just the suspense around the entire thing, and then he just managed to seal the deal at the end. Look at that. I mean, I must admit, I have absolutely no idea what is going on here. I certainly have never heard of a cup flipping or a cup catching game of any sort. I mean, it obviously also looks as though they were playing some type of beer pong or something like that, but really, I don't understand where this entire thing has come into the equation. And hey, I guess in that case, that's probably the most impressive thing about the entire operation that has just happened here, because I can only imagine that he would be a few drinks into it, and so really, his coordination isn't going to be up to the task. I mean, maybe that's why I nearly lost it a couple of times, but he recovered all the way to the end and just managed to seal the deal with a little bit of luck, perhaps, but he still managed to do it. But no, I can definitely understand the title, because the only word that is mentioned in this entire clip is yes. I mean, let's just take a listen. Yeah, there's literally only yeses. I mean, there might be a couple of other words thrown in there, but they are basically just like the seagulls from Finding Nemo, just going yes, and they all just kind of popping up all over the place. So look, what can I say? I can certainly understand why they're reacting how they're reacting, because it really just was a crazy roller coaster that we've been on, and really, judging by their reaction, I feel as though this is the first one they've caught tonight, but definitely isn't the first one they've attempted to catch tonight. Used all its 9 lives. Oh, why does it always have to be some kind of cat thing? Oh my god, wait, hang on, what? That is just crazy. Like the title said, he used every single one of its 9 lives just to be kind of resuscitate itself and just get itself back together again. That is crazy. I mean, it obviously looks as though it's okay, but how is it able to take a 10 or plus meter fall and just be able to get up and run away from it? It doesn't even make sense. How are the bones and the joints and everything, how to sustain that kind of a fall? That is crazy. I mean, I know cats fall from things, but not like buildings. But no, once again, I just have chills down my spine, because even though I know that everything's going to turn up all right, and even though it looks as though the cat's completely fine with this, I just don't understand how it can be. And oh my god, just any other animal I feel as though it wouldn't be able to make it. And look, I understand that the cat isn't in the best situation and its options are limited, but really doesn't know that it's going to survive that? Or is it just more so going, hey, I guess I'll give this a shot because I'd certainly not want to be in this building any longer? And even the fact that it looks as though it kind of stabilizes itself in the air to make it go further and just clear that wall. I mean, I have no idea where that wall is, but really, I can only imagine that if its back legs hit that wall, it certainly wouldn't have been too good for the cat. Ugh. So yeah, what can I say? Even though I've got shivers running down my spine, at the same time, I'm just so curious about how the cat was able to survive this, and really, how high can they go at that point? I mean, even though there is a saying about the entire situation here in terms of cats always landing on their feet, surely there has to be times where cats just don't land on their feet, or maybe even they land on their feet, but just not too well. And so I can only assume that if that would have happened in this circumstance, it wouldn't have worked out too well. So props to the cat for just kind of committing to the entire thing, whether it knew or not, I don't even know. But for the sake of the video, I'm just going to assume that it did know its limit, and it calculated the entire thing in the velocity and all of that kind of thing, and just went, okay, no worries, I'm just going to land like a spring. How sweet. Alright then, well, I had absolutely no idea what was going on here. I thought it was some kind of lightning strike or storm outside, or some tree crashing through the window, and the dog was just freaking out. But if we come to the original, we can see see that the golden retriever was actually having a seizure, and the other dog just kind of recognized immediately. You know, you can see that it was in just the middle of a deep sleep, and the dog just immediately woke up out of nowhere and just I don't know, crash tackled the other dog, but it managed to stop the seizure, which is pretty incredible. So yeah, what can I say? This post is just insane once you actually know the backstory behind the entire thing, because depending on which way you take it, you can just go, oh, they had a little bit of a wrestle and then all of a sudden they're best buds again, or maybe you take it more so like how I thought it was in the beginning, where it was just some kind of something outside just scared the dog and it just tried to run away, or someone just maybe at the front door. But no, when you actually know the original and the real reason, it's just insane. And I guess in a way it's kind of leaving me in a similar place as the last post, because I don't understand. I mean, obviously dogs are incredibly smart, but I don't understand how the dog recognized that the golden retriever was suddenly having a seizure and it kind of knows how to stop it. That is incredible, really. I mean, I guess in reality it probably doesn't know how to stop it, but really just kind of pouncing on and going, no, you are here in this moment, just don't forget who you are. Because when we read the synopsis before, it said that the golden retriever suffered from kind of memory loss and things like that, so maybe the other dog just kind of helps it remember and just calm down and everything like that. But still, just being able to kind of pounce and pin the dog like that, it's just pretty cool. And so I absolutely agree that this post belongs in this sub, because even though it's kind of a cute video, at the same time it is just a scary video, because I've never heard about dogs having seizures, but really I'm sure it happens more than most people think, considering most of the time they're probably not home to come and witness it. Just to add the cherry on top in this entire situation, this person only recently bought the camera, so maybe this has been happening for the entire time since they got this dog. And I feel as though surely everyone can be in agreement that this is actually just a good thing that one, the person was able to actually capture it, because then we get to even know about it more, but it just shows how much these two dogs love each other and really how smart dogs really can be. And even though the golden retriever would have been kind of dealing with all this stuff on its own for however long before you got this dog, really I reckon it's better late than never, because if you can have someone just kind of looking out for you like that, I mean, why wouldn't you? And so now finally for the top of the month for No, yes, we have almost ended up on a dinner plate. Oh, judging by the title, we're definitely going to have another animal post, and I really don't know if I can take one, considering we've had cats, we've had dogs, we have everything in between. What is this going to be? Goats or sheep, or what is it? Obviously the resolution isn't really enough, but oh my goodness, run you damn things, stop running away like you're in the movies and just run to the side. My god, Jesus, that was the longest snow I feel as though I've ever experienced. That just went on for way too long. It's only a 26-second video. I thought it was like a minute that I was just watching these things run away from this train. Let me actually see kind of how long this is. Okay, so from about 10 seconds to 26 seconds, they were running away from the train for 16 seconds, but like I said, it felt like a minute or more. My god. Oh man, like I said, I just really don't know if I can take another animal post, and so I certainly wasn't expecting it to be this kind of heart-wrenching and just, I don't know, whether it was just a downward or an upward roller coaster. It certainly just went in one direction until the very end. I mean, look, I guess I can kind of understand why this sheep from an evolutionary point of view would just run straight away from it, because most things aren't like a train and can't just kind of stick to the lines that they're given, you know. If it was an animal, take anything, let's take a cheetah or anything, it is definitely able to make turns unlike a train is, and so running in a straight line away from it might be kind of your best consideration to do. But from our perspective, it is just so frustrating to watch, because you just feel as though you're watching every move everywhere. The person is just unable to choose any other direction besides straight away from danger. I mean, it's kind of like Indiana Jones and a boulder, except it's sheep and a train. It's the same thing. And honestly, I feel as though if you did just grab random people off the street and just stuck them in this situation, they would probably do a very similar thing. I mean, maybe some would peel off a little bit earlier, because, you know, people do stupid things when they're panicking and not thinking straight. I mean, actually, they probably are just only thinking straight in this situation. But no, there would definitely be people that would just try and run straight away from the train. And so, hey, I guess if we can't do it, then I probably shouldn't expect that the sheep can either. But anyway, that is going to do it for the top of the month for No. Yes, so thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, feel free to do the YouTube algorithmic things down below and let me know if you had a favorite post out of any of these. Other than that, we check out awesome posts all over Reddit, so make sure you check some of the other videos out now. Or hey, maybe you even just want to consider subscribing so you don't miss another one of these in the future. But all, have a good one and see ya.